Guys, in this video, I want to help you guys get aligned with your purpose. I know a lot of you guys are searching for your purpose. You know, you want that, maybe you're like in a job that you don't like, or you have a business that you don't like, and you kind of feel just like you're slowly dying, you know? And that's what I want to talk to you guys about in this video. There's a lot of people out there giving advice, okay? And I'm not really here to tell you how to live your life. I'm only here to help drop some breadcrumbs on some things that have helped me in my life. And as you guys follow along and you listen, you learn, and you bring them into your own world, you'll find some things that are very, very useful, and maybe everything won't be useful for you. Everybody's in a different spot. But the whole point is like these videos are not, it's not as important what I'm saying to you. What's more important is how you communicate the message to yourself. So you're gonna find meaning in these videos if you're searching for meaning in these videos. You understand? So let's dive in. How do you find your purpose? Well, I'll tell you, like I said, the problem is that your purpose is really, it's already there. You know, it's like, I think that the saying, find your purpose, discover your purpose, is accurate. But you don't find it outside of yourself. You don't really find it doing anything. The way to find your purpose starts with going within, and that's what I can help you guys with in this video. So when I was, this is how I found my purpose and how you can do the same thing in your life. So when I was, I turned 20 and 21 in Iraq. If you guys have been following my story, I was a college dropout, and after about a year, after I dropped out of college, I had joined the military and I went through training, and I was deployed about a year and a half after I dropped out of college. I was deployed to Iraq. I turned 20 there, and then I turned 21 there. And on that 15 months, I really had time to go inward. And I know many of you guys probably have a morning routine, and hopefully you have times throughout the day, you have a routine where you have some time where there's silence. If you can't sit in silence, you're not able to sit on a gold mine of information. You're not able to sit on a gold mine worth of nuggets and wisdom that can really change your change your life. Because what I learned during Iraq, when I was there, was that there was a lot of time to think, a lot of time to contemplate, a lot of time to go within. I spent a lot of time thinking and going inward inside of my own self and unpacking shit. And then when I got back to the States, I fell into a reactive world. I stopped going within. I stopped going within as much. I didn't have as much time by myself. I was going to work. I was, dealing with friends. I was going out partying. I was just constantly distracted and doing things that took me away from me. And I'll tell you, when the way that I found purpose was when I was in Iraq. I started really thinking about what I wanted to get out of life. And this is what you can do. I started thinking about there was two things. So Iraq made me think about any day could be your last. So what would I do with my life if today was my last day? It made me start thinking like that. And I started thinking, well, if I was going to die tomorrow, I would at least go for what I wanted. I would feel better if I just went for it. I would run through these mental scenarios in my head. Like, okay, if I die tomorrow, that means that my parents, I can't change anything about my parents. I can't change anything about my brothers. Everybody's going to continue to live their own life. And I realized that it didn't matter what I wanted. There was some things around me that I wasn't going to be able to control. You with me so far? So I realized that the way I was going to feel my best is by going after what was inside of my heart. Okay? So you have to spend time getting clear about what is inside of your heart and pull that out of you. You have to spend time in silence to pull the purpose out. And when you find it, you're going to find such inner peace, man, when you start pursuing that. Now, what happened to me was I discovered that I wanted to go after my dreams, and I wanted to become like an operator, right? So that was my dream. I discovered it, I made a decision, and I started going. And when I got back to the States, I was a freaking reaction. I was constantly, it's like you guys go into work and you're like, okay, I got my dream, I got my goal, going into work, and then all of a sudden it's like chaos happens, and reacting to everything. People are telling you to do shit, your friends are jumping on you, people are texting you, they're calling you. It's like you're just getting constantly pulled off of your purpose all day. Like you want to go after this goal, this decision that you made, this dream, and it's like you keep getting distracted. So it's easy to forget what your dream is. That's the next part. If you want to find your purpose, not only do you have to make a decision to it, but number two, make a committed decision to it after you go inward. But number two is you gotta not get distracted in the pursuit of it. Your entire day will be, it's like a war zone out there, man. Like you're gonna walk outside and everybody's gonna distract you. So you have to find these little pockets throughout the day to pull back, get mindful, spend some time going inward again and reconnecting with it. The way I like to do that is with vision. I like to spend a couple of times throughout the day just closing my eyes. Well, I won't do it right now because I'm driving, but closing my eyes and just visualizing the dream. Now here's the next piece, the litmus test to figure out if your purpose is really meant for you and if you're going to stick with it. One of the things that I used to do along the way, I got back from Iraq, I was committed to becoming an operator, and I was anxious about the path ahead. So I was fighting like these distractions, right? People were calling me and I was, subject to going out and partying. And so I constantly found myself going for my dreams and quitting on them and doing something else and getting distracted and trying to get back online and get back in alignment with it. So that battle happened. But then what ended up happening was as this process continued, I would lay down at night and I would just be so anxious about achieving the dream and going after this calling that was in my heart that I would question whether or not I would be flooded with doubt. I would have so much doubt that I wouldn't be able to actually achieve it. Become an operator? Oh my God, there's no way this could ever happen to me. Now you might be like that with your business or your life or the next step in your career. But the point is, I was sitting there and I would think about those moments and I would have massive amounts of doubt. And during those massive amounts of doubt, this is so important. I was just remembering this yesterday when I was mentoring this guy. And I was like, during those massive times of doubt where I was just sitting there, during those times of massive doubt, I was laying there at night and I would close my eyes again. I would visualize the goal. I would visualize what I wanted. And I would visualize the hardest days I could imagine. So I was like, okay, I want to be an operator. What is it going to feel like when I'm at my absolute worst pursuing this path? What is it going to feel like when I'm pursuing my dream, pursuing my purpose, and I have the worst day? When I wake up and it's like horrible, I'm like, something bad in my life has happened, and it's like, or I have to go to, I used to think about like Ranger School. I used to think about what's going to happen when I'm at Ranger School and I don't want to do the training for the day. And I really paid attention and asked myself, do I want to wear the Ranger scroll? Do I want to wear the Ranger beret? Do I want to appear to be a Ranger, or do I want to go through the steps that the Ranger walks? Do I want to go through the ups and the downs that come along with this purpose that I feel is in my heart? And during those lowest times, this is the part that people don't really pay attention to. You can really figure out if the purpose that is inside of you is meant for you in those scenarios of those low moments. So if you can visually get yourself, when you're emotionally low, you're feeling doubt, you're feeling discouragement, you're going after your dream, and you close your eyes and you think about your goal, you think about the purpose that you believe is inside of you, becoming the operator, whatever it is. And in that moment, if you can see yourself sticking to the path when it's hard, you will stick to the path when it's hard. Okay? The litmus test is not whether or not you see yourself winning when it's easy. It's not seeing yourself winning when things are going smooth. The litmus test is seeing yourself winning when you can see yourself struggling. That is the real litmus test of whether your purpose is meant for you. And if you can see it, then it is for you. Okay? And the last thing that I'll say here is this, is that you know your purpose is meant for you. You know that you have the right purpose if you find peace pursuing it. When you're going after what you want, not when you have your good days, when you go after it even on your worst days, you know that it's meant for you when you have peace. Like right now, I'm over here headed to the gym, and I have this vision of this person that I'm building in my mind, and I didn't want to go. But as soon as I start doing the work and I start getting in the flow, and I get on YouTube and I do a video for you guys to provide service, I feel so much better. I'm like, I get out of my own way, and I'm no longer operating from a place of me and ego. I'm operating from a place of I and higher power. And that's a distinguishment that I think that a lot of could be beneficial for all of you guys is separate, you know, the me from the I. The I is like your spiritual higher self in my mind, and then the me is your ego and like all the things that you crave as the lower version of yourself. There's me and then there's I. So I want to be I. I want to be I all the time, and that's essentially what I'm saying when it comes to visualizing your purpose in the lowest moments. Visualize your purpose when you are low, visualize the low moments, and then have I show up in that vision, and can you see I overcoming the obstacles in front of you? I hope this video is good for you guys, because that really did make all the difference when I was going through one of my first transformations. And as I'm rebuilding now, I'm reminded of the same processes that helped me out on dream number 1, 7 to 9 year journey. And as I'm pursuing dream number 2, I've hit some milestones in this other dream. Like, you know, my next dream is this business that I'm building, you know? So I've hit several milestones. A lot of what was inside of my head has become my reality, but there's levels, you know? And so as I'm sharing this stuff with you guys, I'm going through the same principles in my life. The biggest, to end this video, is just make a note to spend some time today imagining when you're at your worst. Imagine yourself in your future at your worst, and see yourself overcoming the challenges that you see inside of your mind's eye. When you can do that, you will see and reveal your purpose to yourself. Love you guys. Hope this video was useful. Drop a comment if you liked it. Conquer all.